What's going on, filmmakers? I'm Alexandru and today we're gonna go behind the scenes on a Christmas commercial.
Familia este totul. Este centrul universului meu.
E iubire necondiționată.
În familie putem să facem brad oricum, chiar și roz.
Sau îl putem face virtual.
Culto, Forever Diamonds, celebrează magia clipelor petrecute împreună.
So before going behind the scenes, I'm really curious on what you think about this commercial. So leave me a comment down below and leave me your thoughts. Also, make sure to subscribe so we can grow this community even bigger, so a lot more people can get to know this channel and learn some filmmaking tips and also watch some amazing behind the scenes. Alright, so starting off with the lights I used, this is the Nanoline Mix Panel 150 with the softbox and a grid on it. It was super helpful on this set. It allowed me to control the light as I wanted. And I also used a PavoTube 15X as a fireplace light. So we had this fireplace that looked really cool. I wanted light in there, so I said, why not use this PavoTube? So it was super helpful to have the Nanolink app available and turn off and on the light whenever we were not shooting, so I can preserve the battery longer. I also had another PavoTube 15X as a top light placed on an L stand, and this was great to have a little bit of a backlight and top light in the same time. And going next to the Nanolite Forza 500, which I used with a big softbox, and this light was used mostly for beauty shots and a little bit as a fill light in some situations. But man, oh man, this light is beautiful. It allows me to make these beauty shots, these quality beauty shots that normally with other lights I couldn't made before this. So I really love using this light quite a lot. Moving next to my camera, so I used the Sony Fx6 with the 50mm F1.2, and this is the only lens I used on this set, and I mostly used it on f1.2, so quite crazy. This is also my wireless transmission system, which was great for showing clients live feed from my camera. So I started off with some pretty simple shots just to get to know each other better and see exactly what she likes and what she does not like. So I showed her a little bit of shots, I showed her how the light looks and all that, and we agreed on a few things. Usually when I do beauty commercials or things like that, I like to get to know the actors better before starting the actual shoot. So I shot a few beauty shots with them just to get to know each other better and see exactly, like I said, what she likes and doesn't like. So as you can see, even the first couple of shots turned out amazing, even if you don't see them in the commercial. But these are great as a warming process for yourself and for the people you work with. And I tend to do this quite a lot, especially when I work with women, because it's easier for me to get the shots that I want if we both get warmed up a little bit and get to know each other better before going into the actual shoot. So I don't know, this is just a thing that I do. It doesn't take that much, it takes only 10 minutes. So here, talking about lighting, here I only had my main light, which is the Nanolite Forza 500 with the softbox. I had the backlight right here, as you can see in the back, and I used the Christmas tree as a practical light. So pretty much that's it. I also had the Mix Panel 150 giving me a little bit of a backlight, but I didn't really like it that much, so we ended up not using it in the final shots. So as you can see, using autofocus, not really bothering about keeping subject in focus, because the Sony Fx6 is absolutely amazing at keeping everything in focus, especially at 1.2. Of course, whenever I film jewelry, I tend to put it on manual focus so I can get the focus whatever I want. But overall, when I film faces, autofocus is on. And this lens and this setup has changed the way I work. I work so much faster now and things look absolutely beautiful. The F1.2, guys. Oh my god, you need to try it to see exactly what I'm talking about. So now we go to the actual shooting where we get things ready because we film with kids and all that, so we don't really want to overwhelm the kids and make them repeat the shots over and over again. So I showed the kid the shots and what I want, and she immediately understood. So we did a couple of lighting tests with her, and we ended up using one of the shots that you're gonna see in the commercial, meaning this one. It ended up looking really good, and I really like how the image looks on this commercial. And this is mainly due to the fact that we had this beautiful location which allowed me to light very easy. So location is really important when you guys want to make good images. This is what defines good image. It's a balance between location, lighting, actors, and colors. So if you have all this, you're not gonna go wrong. What I want to say is that I filmed everything handheld, and because I shot everything in 50 FPS and 100 FPS, everything looks really smooth. And even though I'm at 50mm, it still looks smooth, and I really love how it looks. And this is also due to the fact that the Fx6 is pretty heavy with everything on it, so we don't have micro vibration or anything like that. But man, oh man, the image looks absolutely gorgeous. I really love this setup. I really love this camera. And lighting wise here, I kept on the same lighting I used for the beauty shots, but I changed a little bit of things. So I just gave a little bit of light that appears that it comes from the Christmas tree, and that's it. I went back and shoot more beauty shots with Cătălin. By the way, a side note, Cătălin has his own show, and it's one of the biggest shows in Romania at TV. So it was quite a unique experience working with somebody that's so big in the TV industry and has so much experience. But these people were so humble, so easy to work with them. I really loved it. Did a couple of shots that didn't end up using in the final commercial, but we might use them as social media shots. So why not have a few extra shots to send to the client and make it happy? So moving on to the next location, which was in this beautiful, beautiful dining room from the hotel that we shot. And this hotel was a really beautiful location. I've seen movies and a lot of things shot here, so it was so nice to be able to shoot in this beautiful location. And the lighting for this was pretty easy. What I had to do is I had to crank up my lighting to the max because we were not allowed to shut down the lights. So to counteract the ugly lights that were in this location, I had to bump up my lights in order to feel the lighting that was in the room. So I hope you kind of understand the process. So sometimes you kind of have to use little light, and sometimes you have to use a lot of light. And here our lights were at the maximum, and I think the shots look really good. I had a lot of help. Everyone was super involved. The makeup artist, the hair artist, they were one of the best in Romania, and I think you can tell by the makeup and the hair and all that because everything looked perfect. I'm so happy how this turned out. So getting a few more shots, different angles, trying to capture the emotion and all that, and this is the kind of a shot that we kept on using. I really love the focus pulling from the jewelry to the hand, and it was quite hard. I had to keep my camera in a weird position, but the shot turned out pretty nice. Usually when I give instructions, I love to show my actors on the monitor what I want from them, and they immediately understand, and things get so much easier on the next shots. So switching from auto to manual in some cases, so I can focus on whenever I want, because Fx6 doesn't have tracking, is a little bit hard to anticipate where the camera is gonna focus unless there is a face. But lighting wise here, pretty simple, just trying to fill out and avoiding the camera, the room's natural lighting. So that's why we cranked it up to the max, but the image looked amazing and has a lot of separation. This is what what I try to create whenever I light. Whenever I light, I try to create three-dimensional separation. So that's why I like to play with the lights and use them from the side, or in this case, the light is from the side. So it kind of gives contrast and it also gives separation. So as you can see, like I told you, it has a really beautiful separation, and I know I could have lighted a little bit more dramatical, but it didn't fit the story. So whenever I film with females, I like to light perfectly on their faces, so the face looks flawlessly. So this next shot is quite crazy and I really want to show you. I used autofocus on this one and it worked absolutely amazing. So we filmed kids running towards their parents and the result is mind-blowing. Just look on how good the camera tracked them and how good it held the autofocus in 1.2. Imagine having to do this manually. No way. There's no way you could have done that. But this is the final shots and they ended up looking absolutely amazing. And with all this being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes, and if you did, make sure to subscribe so I can make more videos like this and you can potentially learn something from my experiences. So until next time, make sure to have some fun, go out, create some epic content, and let's hang out on Instagram as well. Cheers, guys.